Anthony Modeste became a well-known figure around Germany thanks to a successful spell with Cologne. The 29-year-old scored 40 goals for the Bundesliga side in 68 appearances between 2015 and 2017. An opportunity last July came to join Chinese Super League side Tianjin Quanjin, and he signed on loan for 2 years, initially for €6 million.
Coming into Tianjin Quanjin from Cologne, there was so much said about the transfer, about what was going on, a loan deal, a permanent deal. Is everything now settled?
That was very difficult for me, to be honest. It was not my first choice, coming here to Tianjin. From my family's perspective, it was also very hard, because they couldn't come here with me. But now I'm here. I have to do my best, for the club and for my teammates.
During your time in Cologne, you had a fantastic goal-scoring record. The fans loved you. They thoroughly enjoyed you being there. Before we get into why you came to China, looking at Cologne now, they're struggling, they look like they will get relegated. They didn't replace you properly, I think it's fair to say. Does that hurt you, to see the club struggle?
I have scored a lot of goals and gave the club a lot. My teammates also gave me a lot, and that gave me a good feeling, making me a better player. Because the club supported me a lot, I am still interested in them. I have watched their games this season carefully, and I feel sad when I watch them. I still like Cologne a lot. Although there are not too many matches left, I still want the team to do their best and not leave any regrets.
During the beginning, I know that there was some family issues that you had, and you had to go back and forth between China and to see your family. Has that got easier now? Is the situation better?
At first it was very difficult for my family, but I think now they understand, and it will get better in the future. As a father, it's very difficult for me to leave my child, but I think time will heal everything. I will enjoy my time in this country, because there are a lot of things here worth learning, such as the culture.
On a footballing level, Modeste's big stature has always made him an aerial threat, but he has a surprisingly high number of goals with his feet for a target man. While the Chinese Super League isn't at the same pace as Germany's top flight, the ex-Cologne forward is enjoying the technical side of the game in his new home and believes it suits his style of play.
I've seen you play 2 or 3 times before when you were at Cologne. I always got the impression you're a big target man, good person to play long balls into the box, but also good with your feet. How has the Chinese Super League worked for your style of play?
The Chinese Super League's technique is not as strong, but the hard part is the physical confrontation. The CSL has a high demand for physicality, even for players who have a good touch for the European leagues. But I don't think it's easier here. People say the CSL isn't as tough, but it's not easy for me at all.
The club have the option to buy Modeste at the end of the spell for €29 million, and the big French forward has enjoyed life in China. Missing the family is always hard, but scoring goals and keeping his mind on football has eased that particular pain. But despite having a proven eye for goal throughout his career, he hasn't received the recognition most players get for that record.
Fantastic record in front of goal. What do you have to do to get more recognition in the France national team?
To be honest, I don't know what to say, but I will try to do my best, as I have always done. My responsibility is to score. Of course, I'm not the one to decide whether I can get into the national team in the future. André-Pierre Gignac can get into the national team while playing in Mexico. Why can't I do the same playing in China?
As for this season with Quanjin, do you think the club can go all the way, especially with people like Axel Witsel in your team and Alexandre Pato? Do you think they are capable now, with players of that quality, including yourself, to win the Chinese Super League?
From my perspective, I think we have the best scoring players, and we can help the team to reach the top. But don't forget, we have only played in the league for a year, so we have to take it slow. We got third place last year and got into the Champions League, which can only help the team's development.
De montrer l'exemple à tout le monde et d'aider nos coéquipiers.
Merci Modeste, merci beaucoup.
You're welcome.